Good morning everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou if you're a returning visitor, and if you're new here, thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Karen, the Junk Journal Geek, and as I say, this is LilyLuLou. Now this video, I should have had a video go up yesterday. I'll explain what happened there, but I'm back today and I'm going to make a little ephemera holder for myself. So I thought I would bring you along with me, and I'm getting straight into this because I've noticed that a lot of my videos, the views tend to drop off after the first few minutes, and I think it might be because I talk too much. So I'm going to get straight into it today and I'll have a chat as I go along. So I am using a paper bag and 4 envelopes. Now I'm not going to bother with sizes because you could make this any size you like, and I will link below the lady's video who I watched last night who inspired this. I cannot remember her name at the moment, but I'll find it and link it below. So you can use any size envelopes, and you just need to make sure that your paper bag is big enough that your envelopes will fit in when it's folded in half. Can't remember. Oh, I folded it this way, that's right. Because this is torn up here, some of this is going to be cut off, and then the rest of it's going to be covered, so I think it will be okay, but we'll see how we go. So you want your envelopes to fit in your paper bag when it's folded, because this is going to be the cover. So I think I'll fold it this way, and then I can see exactly what's left of the damaged part once I've cut it, and then I can decide what I'm going to do. What I also have is my photo album that I bought in a charity shop that you've seen before, and I'm going to use this, you know, the transparency part that goes between each page. This, you know, this is where you put your photographs. You've got little holders there, and this is the bit that separates them. So I'm going to use some of that as the little pockets to put the ephemera in. I was going to use a cereal box liner that I've been saving, and I can't find it this morning, and that leads me on to why I am making this and why I didn't do a video yesterday. I'm still coughing, I'm afraid, so I have got my big mug of tea here to try and keep me lubricated. Right, so that's going to be the cover of the book, if I can get it folded straight. If I had my bone folder, wouldn't it? That is what it's for, after all. Max is back with his bone. He's letting you know he's here. Aren't you, Max? He makes me laugh. He thinks that when I'm... get down, please. Get down. Get down. Thank you. He thinks that I'm on FaceTime when I'm recording, and he doesn't like to miss out. When my grandchildren FaceTime me, he likes to get in on the action, so he's concerned that he's missing out on something there. Right, so I need to cut my envelopes down about there. So as always, I will just pause you for a moment while I do that. Right, I'm back. I've done that. I let Max out as well while I was up. There's a very interesting stick out there that was calling to him, so I'll no doubt have to stop again in a moment and let him in, because he didn't do more than 2 minutes out there before he's bored. Right, so that's going to be our cover, and what I might do, because that is... Actually, I'm just going to stick it together for now, to stop that getting any more torn, and then I'll see what I think it needs as we go further along. So let's just put some glue, oops, all along down there. I was thinking of using junk mail envelopes for this. You know, I do like to use my junk mail envelopes, but I thought I'd better do it as I've seen to start with, at least for the first one, and then once you've made one you can sort of amend things, you know, and try different things once you sort of, well, me anyway, I like to make one and then I can see how I'd like to change it. Right, I better let Max sing, 'cause he's barking and it's very early in the morning. Right, so it's this video will be going up today, and it's Good Friday today, so everybody's having a lay-in and Max is out there barking his head off, which is not good. So that's going to be my cover, so just leave that to dry for a moment, and then what I need to do is stick these envelopes together, because they're going to be the signatures. So I hope you're all well and happy Easter to you if you celebrate. So I'm going to be popping my envelopes together like that and sticking them together. So let's do that next, and then they're ready. And we need to find some papers to cover all these with. I mean, you don't have to, you could leave it all plain if you wanted to, and it might be easier to see your ephemera once you've got the bits in here. I don't know, but I want to decorate I've still got this big box of papers here to use up, so I may as well put them to good use and make my pages pretty. So that's one signature stuck together. You don't need to worry about it too much, as I say, because we're going to be decorating these, sticking things over the top. It will all... If I clean that up first before I slide it in. You just need to make sure, obviously, you get your folds, you know, lined up in the same place. Of course, I've not done that now that I've put the glue on first. Just fold that one back. Would have been easier to do it how I did it the first time, wouldn't it? I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I've got the dishwasher on. So, yeah, I was going to tell you the story of why I'm making this and why this video wasn't done yesterday. Oh, that's still not quite in the right place. Well, that was a fail. I would slide my envelope in first in future before putting the glue on. I know some people can do this, but clearly I can't. Right, hope that's a bit better. So yesterday I got up ready to make a video, as you know, while my husband is home recuperating from his operation, tending to do these videos first thing in the morning while everybody else is still in bed, because I film in the kitchen. The downstairs is all open plan and it's difficult to get a bit of peace to do it otherwise. So, and that's moved again. So I got up yesterday, all ready to do a video. I had in mind what I wanted to do, so I started getting all my bits and pieces out that I knew I would need, and I needed my pack of ephemera that I had bought from Purple Poppy, because there was a specific piece of ephemera that I wanted to use and I knew it was in that pack. Need another slurp of tea. So I set about getting all my bits and pieces together. Could I find this pack of ephemera? No, I could not. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that because I'm in the kitchen, my bits and pieces are currently all over the place. I've got things stashed in the living room, things stashed there's a big bookshelf, not a big bookshelf, there's a shelf running around the top of the kitchen just below the ceiling, which used to have all my cookery books on. So I've got all my craft stuff up there. I've got things shoved in various cupboards, stuff all over the place. Anyway, I couldn't find this pack of ephemera that I wanted, so I then decided I would do something different. So again, I started gathering all the bits and pieces I'd need for that. Couldn't find something else, and it went on. Everything I decided I was going to do, I couldn't find what I wanted, so I gave up. And I decided I needed to make myself an ephemera holder so that I know this is only a small one. I thought I'll make an ephemera folder, and then at least I can have some ephemera to hand at all times. Even if I can't have all of it, at least I should be able to, you know, have a selection to work with. So then I started watching videos, you know, of making ephemera folders, and they're all beautiful. But a lot of them were quite, well, it seemed to me to be quite complicated and took a long time. And then I came across this particular video that I've used today as my inspiration. I don't want to say I'm copying, but I suppose I am really, because I'm doing the same thing. Or at the moment I am. I mean, it might turn out that I end up doing something different as I go along, but so anyway, that's what I decided to do. So I found this video and decided this morning, I thought, oh, I've got all the bits I need to make that. I'm going to have a go. So my plan is to have this small little ephemera folder on my desk with a small selection of each of the things I have. I don't have lots of ephemera, don't get me wrong, but what I do have, I can't find when I need it. So that's why I'm doing this today, and I thought you might like to see what I'm doing, so I thought I'd turn the camera on. Right, hopefully there's a few bits and pieces there that will do to cover my pages. I did think I might use some packaging paper if I get stuck at any point, so I'll grab that as well. So you've just seen a bit of a rummage through my box of papers, and also this is where my Memoranda bits live as well, so that I don't have to hunt too hard for those. There you are, you see they're all there at the top. So every few videos I do a Memoranda, and that's all there waiting for me. So yeah, that's my plan for today, is to make a small ephemera holder so I can have a few bits and pieces to hand as I'm working, and hopefully that will solve my problem. One of my problems. So I need to cover the cover and each page with something. Well, I don't need to, as I say, I could leave it like that, but it'd be quite nice to have it covered, wouldn't it? I might use these papers actually. These are these freebies that came in a pack. I'm not sure. I think it might have, oh, I'm not sure actually now where they came from. So I won't, yeah, I don't know. I might use these because they sort of go together, don't they? Or do I want to use, that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Because it looks like ephemera-y bits. It's not tall enough. I quite like that half of that piece for lilac. Don't want birdies. Maybe. This is the gardening kit I used. Maybe some of that. So we're going, I might put that on the cover actually, I don't know if it's the right size. So, totally changed my mind there, halfway through, as you do. I'm not sure if that is too big for the cover. Could I wrap it round? Would it look funny? Don't know. I might do that because I can decorate the front then later if I want to. I won't put you through that pain on camera with my decorating exploits. But this is printed on the slightly heavier paper, so I'm thinking it will reinforce that bag where the, you know, that's torn. So I think I will stick that on there and then cut the paper down. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm being careful here because this is where that tear is. So I hope you're all well. Are you crafting this Easter weekend? I'm crafting, so I'm hoping to do another video today or tomorrow to go up actually on Easter Sunday, because I've got all the family coming for lunch on Monday instead of Sunday. I always usually do Sunday, but my daughter and her family can't make it. And again, I probably sound like a broken record because I'm in my kitchen. I need to clear my table for everyone to be able to eat. Oh, I still didn't get, I'm not doing very well with these folds and glue today, am I? Yeah, I need to clear the table for everybody to eat, which means putting my computer away. I need to put all my craft stuff away, obviously, because I don't want the grandchildren getting into it. Not because, you know, I'm worried about them damaging anything. I'm worried about them hurting themselves with scissors and blades and chompy choppers and things. So everything will need to be put away, which means I won't be able to film for a few days. You know, I've got to put everything away and then get all back out. Max, get down. Max is trying to get out of the glass door because there's a bird outside. Max, in your bed. Go on, go and lay in your bed. If I'm not here crafting in the mornings, if I make myself a cup of tea and go and sit on the settee, Max curls up on the settee and goes to sleep. If I'm here crafting, he's got to sit at the back door whining at anything that moves outside. Very inconsiderate. Aren't you, Max? Right. Oops. So, just leave that to dry for a moment and then I'm going to chop those edges off. And then we'll need to ink. Now, what have I got here? I was hoping I would get two. Well, I might do if I make it a bit smaller so it's got a border. Although then you'll see these bits, won't you? So I might need more papers than I've pulled out. wanted papers that were pretty but not too busy, because you know, they're going to have ephemera in them, so when they're empty I want them to look nice, but I want to be able to see what I've put in the thing. So I'm just lining this up on my board so I can tear it straightish, so I don't have to keep turning the camera off and chomping things off camera. So is that the right height? Yeah, that will do if we ink it. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 pieces of paper to cover the insides or the pages of my book. So that will go on there. Definitely too small, so I've got more scraps there. So I can use this as a template now. So as you can see, this one is from Pink Monarch Prints, and I believe it was a freebie, if I remember rightly. I do have some kits from Pink Monarch Prints, but I think this was a freebie. Oh, come on. Play ball. Max, what are you doing? He's now rooting through my box of craft things that are on the floor next to me. So let's tear that about there and about there. So tell me how you store all your ephemera. I'd be very interested to know. At the moment, mine, everything's in little plastic pots. Well, not everything, most of it is in little plastic pots. And they are, I say, up on my bookshelf here around the edge of the kitchen. Some is loose in a box, some is in the dresser in the living room. No organisation. The bits that are in the pots are organised, but everything else is just higgledy-piggledy, which is why I can never find anything. I think, you know, it's nice to be able to see what you've got. Also, I have to be very mindful of keeping things tidy and easy to put away. So, looks like we're going for blues and browns here, doesn't it? Oh, I've lost my mark. Why have I just marked that? Ah, under the birdie's wing. So, Max, be quiet. Go in your bed. Come on, I'm doing a video. You know the score. In your bed. It's totally ignoring me. I feel like I'm being very slow this morning. I do apologise if it's annoying, but I should be able to get 2 out of that one. because we're going the other way. And I know I'm going to have some straight edges and some torn edges, but this is only for me. I don't mind that. You need to be straight-ish. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there so far. We have this bit of lavender on this side. Don't really want the bride on there. This is from one of Jamie B. Journal's kits. If you're interested. Used that in my daughter's engagement journal, which is still sitting here waiting to be finished. She's made all her plans now. I've still got the journal. It was supposed to be for her to keep all her bits and pieces in while she was planning. But hey ho. Max, leave it. Those things are not there for you to chew. Go and get your toy. He's chewing my box that all my daubers live in. There's a nibble in the corner. That's rude. Right, so what did I say? 1, 2, 3, we've got 5 there now. So let's have some of these, like I said originally. I don't think I'm going to use those ephemera bits, so let's do some of this paper. No, that's not straight. Just think I should have gone the other way there. I probably would have got 2 then. Never mind. Because that's going to be too short. So that's 1. We've got 6. We need 2 more. Who's that? This butterfly one. Oh, I've gone for this one again that I can't get 2 out of. So if I do it the other way, the butterflies will be sideways, which I don't want. It'll be okay, but I don't want that. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know how long this video is, but I feel like I'm being very slow this morning. So 7, so I need 1 more. Maybe I'll use the other butterflies with the music. Now I've got plenty of scraps. I think I need to do some scrap busters. That's Melina does a scrap buster challenge where you make things just using your scraps. So let's mix these up a little bit. I did have 2 of something with my birds, so I want 1 in each. So now I've got to stick all these down. So I'm gluing on my mat next to me, which you can't see, but you don't really need to see me put glue stick on a piece of paper, do you? And if any of these, you know, I've cut wrong and they're too big, I'll trim them afterwards. And if they're too small, I'll just put a bit of ink around the edges. You know, this is an ephemera folder for junk journals, so it's not going to be perfect. That's one. And one of these, that was on heavier paper, so I'm going to put that there over that one. And on this side, when I glue it in, I'm going to pay attention to the fold, not go over the fold, because I can trim the edge if it's too big, but if I stick it too far over, then it won't fold nicely. I'm sure you all know that by now. Let's just do it on here. I'm going to be sticking everything anyway, and I'm not too concerned about the edges because I will be stitching around this and stitching the pockets in, so the edges will be caught with the stitching as well. Again, I'm just being mindful of the fold there, so you know that might need minimal trimming afterwards. And then this one. Done. You can see these papers has been, this is where my printer's done a a check. And that writing on the back. And then I've reused the paper, when I'm doing test prints. So I think that will be, you can just see that writing through the paper. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but by the time I've got my pockets in and my ephemera in, that's not going to be very noticeable. And this one. Max, in your bed. and the last one. So now obviously that needs trimming down, which I'll do next. These will go in here, and that will go like that, and that, and that, and that. And it's beginning to feel quite sturdy, because if you think we've got, you know, the 2 layers of envelope, each side of the envelope here, and then paper stuck on top, so each leaf of the signature is quite sturdy now. Right, I'm going to pause you while I trim this, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. I've trimmed all around the edges of this cover, and then I just decided to cover the inside as well, just to finish it off, and again it's going to give it a bit more strength and stability. Now obviously where I've trimmed the edges, the paper bag has come open, so I have dotted a bit of glue here and there to hold that, but as I say, I am going to stitch around all this, so I'm not too concerned, because that will all be stitched around the edges, so that will sort that out in due course. So let's check how it's looking, make sure everything still fits. So you can see now the little book coming together, can't you? And these pages now feel like cardboard because they've been, you know, stitched through. So actually these are going to go like this, I think, because I'm going to hopefully stitch it on the machine if my machine can cope. Just run a stitch down there, that's the plan. We'll see if that works. If the machine doesn't like that, then I will just stitch it in as normal with a pamphlet stitch. So that's how that's looking at the moment. So now I've got to think about my pockets. I did top my tea up while I was away. So I want a pocket here, you know, to tuck slightly bigger pieces in, and the same on the back there. So I just want to tear that about there, and I think this will tear. It looks like it will, because it's already torn there in the corner a little bit. So I'm not sure how square this is already, but okay, so if we just make that slightly smaller, we can run it along that line. Yeah, so we want 2 of those, and that is about the right height that I want them. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to make that one very slightly bigger. And then do another one exactly the same. So we'll have a pocket there for bigger things, and a pocket there. And then we could have that as a slightly smaller pocket. need to trim a little bit off there. Just a touch. I better do it down this way, hadn't I? So I'll have one there. Now, if I can get rid of this where the punched holes are, let's take that off, and then I know what I've got left to work with. So about there. That might be pretty on something, mightn't it? I'm gonna have to go this way now. So let's get the width we want for these pockets. So now these should all be the right width for the book. I can just vary the heights of them. So this one is 3.5 inches high at the moment. So let's have a 2 inch and a 1 inch. Have that one there. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? So this is just going to be now a matter of going through the book like this, deciding, what size pockets I want where. So I think what I'm going to do, because when I'm stitching, I'm going to have to be off camera. So you've seen what I'm doing, you've got the idea. I think I will stop here for today, and then I will carry on, deciding what size pieces I'm going to have where in my book. I will stitch them in, and then I will come back and show you what I've done. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that was enjoyable to watch, and it's given you some ideas. As I say, I'll find the video that I was using as my inspiration. I'll pop a link to that below, and I will be back again to show you what I've done. So thanks for joining me. Take care and enjoy your own crafty time. Happy Easter.